Welcome everyone. Welcome to another Sports Frenzzyy podcast. Welcome to another episode. And we're here on a Monday to discuss some football. A lot of football action going on in terms of international football. So that's where the basis of the argument will be. Tonight we'll be talking about Italy being knocked out consecutively, Portugal against North Macedonia, Sweden, Poland, the African qualifiers, and Leon Bailey made a statement in regards to the Jamaica team that a lot of the toxic players are not in the team anymore. And in regards to that, also what some show that they're saying that there were a gang of what 10, I believe, and only two or three of them remain in the current team. So as it stands, we'll get there. But first off, Ryan, I know that you have been well. First off, let me introduce my guest tonight. First, I have Devin up top, who decided for some reason to change his name tonight to some nonsense. And I also have the man that we would normally refer to as the voice. Again, another one that changed his name to some nonsense. And then the one that chose to remain professional about it. We're talking about the
Right.
politician, Ryan. Pick up yourself. Walk on, gentlemen.
Love make you do crazy things, bro. But we out here. We out here trying to. I want to see what Ryan going to say about Italy because I have a lot of beatings for Italy today because Italy guaranteed that they were going to the World Cup. They guaranteed. The coach
Yeah,
guaranteed, and him couldn't even get past Macedonia. Come like a big joke.
all right, so Ryan, let's kick it
Yeah,
off with
man.
you, man. You look at this Italian team, and they went on a long run. When I say long, I mean an extra long run, unbeaten. They eventually won Euros by
39.
beating their team. Now, come around. They got a easy group to qualify from. I mean, they had the group to be won at their home. They couldn't do it. Now they got North Macedonia. They couldn't get the job done either. So what is fundamentally wrong with this Italian team? They haven't qualified for a World Cup since 2014, and the last time that they have been to a knockout stage was 2006 when they won it. So things hasn't been rosy for Italy at all. So what you have to say about them?
All right. So you don't go on a 39 game unbeaten run and you don't qualify for the World Cup. That is wasted stats. That is one thing. Fine, you won the Euros. To 39 game is a world record. Never happened before in the history of football. A team has gone on such a run. Fine, you win the Euros during that run. However, you played 8 games, you drew 4, and you won 4. All you had to do was win either Bulgaria. You had Switzerland to beat twice. You missed 2 penalties. And there was another one, Northern Ireland in the last game. You had Northern Ireland. All you wanted to do was score a goal and you win and gone through. They fumbled the bag 4 times.
Wow.
If they had a record of 5 wins, 3 draws, they would have made the World Cup. They fumbled the bag big time. Now, you get another chance. You get a playoff opportunity. You are at home against a lowly ranked team. All you needed to do was put away one. You got 30 chances, 30 in that game alone, plus the 8 chances you get before that. And you fumble the bag again. So they deserve not to be there. There is no way you can get so much chances. You were basically atop the group for most of the qualifiers, and you don't make it. Regardless, yeah, you had Keza missing from North Macedonia. Yeah, you had a couple others. You had Bonucci and Chiellini missing. Well, not so much Chiellini because he came on in the last part. Yeah, you had some players missing, but it's not Macedonia. They can say they had Elmas missing, their best player.
Facts. Facts.
So regardless, even if they had Elmas, it's no excuse to lose to North Macedonia. None whatsoever. There is no excuse for Italy to not make the World Cup from the group stages. There was no way Switzerland should have won that group. Italy failed miserably.
Facts.
Regardless of their unbeaten run, it is a wasted stats. Even though they won the Euro in it, but you can't just win the Euro and then part of your unbeaten run is the qualifiers, and you're going to tell me, oh, I have 39 games unbeaten, and then we look at the qualifiers and you draw half of them. That don't make any sense.
Facts.
I say something to them now in the media where they were outlining that Italian league within the top 5 leagues in Europe have the worst conversion rate in terms of young players. They don't have a lot of young players, young Italian players in the league. And they were basically pointing out some of the teams who have young players and that they're not Italian. And maybe 1 or 2 of them are Italian from various other clubs. And they were pointing out that Max Allegri philosophy, he was one of them who have a philosophy that states if you're good and young, you should start at Serie C. Then the following season, if you perform at Serie C, you move to Serie B. And then the third season, if you perform in Serie B, you move to a small team in the Serie A. And that is an outdated, old dinosaur philosophy. Because what if Barcelona had that philosophy with Pedri and Javi? They would be playing Segunda, the one below that. And you have to identify players immediately who are young and talented and put them through a system within a proper team. Not all of them going to make it, granted, but it can't be like Italy can't go on like this. Granted that they have some very good players, granted that they win Euros, but the follow-up is always important. What do you do after that? I want to see that. They have not done that. They have not been doing that for a while. Mancini, yes, he came in and he revamped the team and he got them to a level. And I always say this about Mancini. I said it recently that if you look at Mancini's record over the years, you will realize that Mancini has extreme highs and extreme lows. Same thing at City. He was the one who lost to Wigan, also in the FA Cup final.
All right.
Yes. And then I think the same thing he did at Turkey. He went to Turkey after that. Inter Milan, he had highs, lows. Mancini don't really do middle ground. He's either him do very good or very bad. And it's the same thing now with Italy. But to be fair, I don't think Italy should press the panic button just yet. Because I think they still have a very good team. They have some good young players in that team, but below what is coming up right now, based on how the Italian media making it sound, it is not promising. They don't see a lot of promise coming up right now. So
that's true. So right, look at this now. Their youth teams have been doing well. The problem with these teams
I'm talking about the teenagers now, where them. I know that they've been doing well. I know that they did well in the last Euros or whatever. Under 21. What they came in under 21 last time?
I don't quite remember, but they're doing quite well if you ask me.
I know Skamaka and those guys came up through that last
All right, let me point out. When I look at I'm just going to mention something. When I look at man like Skamaka is still pretty young. Raspador is still pretty young. The guy that plays midfield for AC Milan, Sandro Tonali, he was a part of that team. He's still pretty young. So they do have youngsters that are
no, man, I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about the teenagers because they were specifically referring to the teenagers. Which
right now they're playing under 21.
Huh?
They're playing under 21 right now and they're doing pretty well.
The current, I'm not talking about the last under 21 Italy team where Tonali and those guys come out of it.
No, I'm talking about
those coming up below them. Huh?
I'm talking about this current one that is playing right now because I've been following it.
Oh, they are? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the Italian media make it sound otherwise, though. They make it sound as if they are. I think maybe because they are not with big teams or something like that. I think maybe that's what they're alluding to. Huh?
There you have it. You're correct on that.
Okay. Maybe that was what they were alluding to then. Because they don't seem... They said that even England have a better philosophy now because England right now they're saying have a better conveyor belt of young players coming through since they changed their philosophy over the years. And Germany always have a conveyor belt, but if them don't make it big, they always do good at the youth tournaments. Yeah. So Italians are worried about their team for the future.
All right, and big up to the people in the comment section. I see Kevin Bernard, Michelle Cadlan, Shakes, Christoph, Pepe Paul, Emerald, Latoya, Elton. Big up everybody. And yes, Kevin Bernard.
Somebody in the comment, sorry not to cut you. I see somebody in the comment referring to Capello, where he said that Italians are trying to play Pep style football and they're not suited for that. And he's saying that they don't have the skill like a Spain or whatever, and they need to figure out their own philosophy. And I'm not really a Capella fan, but there's some sense to that because it's not everybody can go out there and knock it around like Spain. And I said that too. I remember when some England fans were cussing England, so they're not retaining the ball like Spain. And I'm saying England is a counter-pressing team. You can't expect England to play like a Spain. Not even Brazil can play like Spain these days.
Okay.
If you tell Brazil to play like Spain, they can't do it because they don't have the midfield for it.
Yeah. I just Kevin Bernard saying that I don't know what to say about Italy. Not my favorite team, but for a side with such pedigree, first round elimination 2012 followed by 2 successive non-qualification is ridiculous. Kim, you can chime in now on this Italian topic.
No, so I saw Michelle made a comment. She was saying something about if Italy understood the history, they may have taken them more seriously. Listen, at a spot to qualify for the World Cup, I don't think you need any more urgency than that. Especially the fact that Italy missed the last World Cup. But when I was running a little gimmicks, I was saying, and I see Jorginho, I think he came out and he said, and I'm paraphrasing, he was reflecting on some of the penalties, that he missed, and he was saying, hey, probably some of the penalties why, we're in this situation. So, kind of shoulder the blame a little bit, but as Ryan rightly said, when you come and you say, oh, you're 30 plus games unbeaten, and at the end of the day, you have a Euro for sure, but let us be honest, a Euro and a World Cup, which one would I think of the highest pedigree? Definitely, you can't compare. It's definitely the World Cup. So again, Italy missing, a second world. The first one, it was like, all right, things happen. But you're missing a second one in a row, and Levon, you study, the youth system and youth ballers, and who is coming up and so. But you know, looking at Italy right now, I don't know. I think they need a brand new philosophy coming forward. Trying to qualify for the next World Cup. Because what I think is going to happen, they are going to go on a next incredible run, a next unbeaten run. Oh, what jump up for joy! Probably go far in the Euros again, and then when the World Cup qualifiers come around, they're going to fall short.
All right, so Devin,
Yo,
I know that you're not a big fan of the Italian league in a sense because you cuss out some of the team over there like Spezia and those sort of team. But
yeah,
since is asking a question that which top young Italian footballer is in world football right now? We just mentioned that Chiesa that is currently missing. He's probably the only one you said that is up there in a
But
sense, and he's not really a world beater.
Kaiser's what, 23, 24 now?
Yeah.
Tonali showed promise, but Tonali been hit and miss. He's hitting now to some extent again. No.
But all right, Devin, regards to you know, you look at Spain because you saw them play against
Ita.
your team in
First of all, Ita.
no man, I'm asking you about Spain now. When I look at Spain, right? Because
Oh,
they played against Brazil in Olympics, I believe it was,
mhm.
when Brazil won. You saw the young talents that are coming through. For Spain now, you have the Gavis, the Pedris, Ferran Torres is still pretty young, Ansu Fati is still pretty young. The Eric Garcia, even though he has a mistake in him, but when you look across over Italy, isn't it too far in between when it comes down to that?
Yeah, I think so too. Because all right, I was looking at their forward line, right? Because I'm gonna go back to Italy. I have some Berardi, some guy named Pedro, Raspador, and then I, like I said, I don't know much about Italy like that. But what I remember, and it may be a bad comparison, y'all could chime in after I'm done. Plus, them have a forward name Immobile. The last name alone, I say, yo, me don't want to watch his brother. Man name Immobile. Right. And I compare these forwards compared to the 2006, which I remember when Italy won the World Cup with Del Piero, Tati, Tony, Inzaghi, you know what I mean? And not just the names, but what they were doing in their club. Those guys were competing for some championship in their respective club, and they were doing well in their club compared to these forwards. I don't see, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't hear the buzz about them being any big world beater of such. But with Spain, when I look at Spain, like even from the under 23 team, they were playing to the philosophy of like, keeping the ball, short passes, and just, that nice build up, that beautiful game from the building up from the back, going all the way. And it's just to a philosophy. So it's like, even if, say, Levon and Kems in the midfield and Kems is missing and they put Levon in, it's like the philosophy will still be there. They're just playing to a method. You know what I'm saying? But with Italy now, brother, I was looking up on some stats saying like this is the 4th time a European champion gonna miss the World Cup after being a champion. But I can't remember. I think it was 78 Levon. I don't know about that with Czechoslovakia. It was like in 94 with Denmark. But I remember Greece in 2006. I remember, and I watched most of that. And I look at it and say, okay, everybody was saying the Greece comparison. Afterwards, it was like when Leicester win. It's like nobody was expecting them to win. But like with Italy, brother, you can't make that comparison to say, Italy, you would expect that from Italy. Like with Greece, when Greece didn't make the World Cup, people are saying, yeah, because it was just a buck-up. We can't say that about Italy. Right? And I went back and watched part of the game. Like when Kems was saying about, remember we had that bet about Villarreal and whatever, and Kems said, go back and watch the game, and him changing bet. Well, me never do that betting. I went back and watched the game, right? And I look at some stats. They had 32 shots on goal, right? And 19 of them were blocked by Macedonia. 19 were blocked. So technically then, out of the other 13, only 5 was on target, right? And I watched some part of the game. You know what I don't like in sport? It's a pet peeve. When I just come to this country, I had a little coaching job in the city, and I had a little team that I was working with. And some of the coaches said, why I don't do that? There's one thing I never do with my side that I was coaching. I had 12 to 15. If they take a short corner, I take them off right away. If they take a short corner, I take them off right away. I tell them, I don't want a short corner because they weren't that professional, right? So when the ball come in, they can't control and kick. My philosophy, you put the ball in there, the ball can hand, you can get a penalty. The ball can lick over somebody, can get a whole goal. I seen that game. Italy take a short corner and the man pass the ball to the north. And next man was there for the short corner from Italy. And he passed the ball and I did 1 against 2 and I did 1 man get the ball against a short corner. It's like he just passed the ball to the man for the short corner. That get me so angry, and I was watching the match afterwards. It get me so angry. So it's like they made some slap mistakes, it's like after they realize they're not conceding, like the pressure get to them. So they go away from whatever their game plan was. It's the same like with Spain, and sometimes we cost Spain and I cost Manchester City. Like when I want a goal from them with the betting, and they just keep passing the ball. But guess what? They stick to what they know and they're gonna try it until they make a breakthrough. It's like when they realize the goal wasn't coming for Italy, they just panic. So like. It's not a comparison with Spain. They're not in that comparison. And for Italy itself, it's no. I'm gonna use Kem's favorite term. No excuses, boss. No excuses. And I know Ryan going back to what happened before, the missing the 2 penalty against Switzerland and conceding so a dumb goal against Bulgaria. But all of that, Macedonia, you should knock Macedonia out.
Facts. So Kims, I'm going to come back to you because I know it's been a while you and I have been at it with a fellow by the name of Orisha Ward about a particular guy. Remember when Lukaku was scoring the bugger goal over in Italy and this man come to every week and say, oh, look there, Digram once again. So here's Elton making a point saying that Capello said the fact that Lukaku and Tammy Abraham can come to Italy and become top scorers while flopping in England is a testament that Italian football built on defense is dead. So
did Tammy flop in England though?
He never flourished until he's doing over Italy right now.
He had 15 goals for Chelsea that season, you know.
He was the best.
What I would say about Tommy is that him look ordinary. I want to really say
100 million. You know what for Roma want for Tommy.
Exactly, that is the point now. 100 million to put on.
Tommy on paper no work that.
Okay, so go ahead, brother.
On the field, whatever it is. Tommy's not 100 million.
Tommy, look at the amount of goals that he has scored. What do you have to say about that? Is it a true testament that the defense over there is just not what it was once before?
Absolutely. And I guess the 2 examples that were given, in the statement just now, I believe is absolutely true. Because when you have a guy like Tammy Abraham, and you can't say, yeah, he scored 15 goals at Chelsea. Come on, the Tammy Abraham that we're seeing now at Roma, that they see millions and millions of people raving about, acting like he's a second coming, a prime Samuel Eto'o.
Oh,
It's absolute jokes. They would even run an April Fool's joke that Tammy Abraham is worth 100 million right now. So it's really a testament. Say you can go to another league, and the Italian league always had this precedence where, oh, we are tough over here, oh, the defending is strong over here. But right now, it seems like if you want to rebuild your career, if you want to rebrand yourself as a player, you go over to the Italian league, you go to one of those teams, the Roma, the Inter Milan, the AC Milan, and then you make a name for yourself, and then hey, you go back on the market and you're now $100 million player. So I totally agree with that statement from both Capella and what Elton definitely just said.
Kevin, you Michelle at your word pen?
What is she saying?
there it is. If the country you support don't have more than 2 stars over the crest, just zip it.
Don't worry. All right. Today for you, tomorrow for me, yeah?
Can I point out something though?
Yeah, man, go ahead, man.
We're talking about Italian stars of the past. So let me just read through some stats here. Christian Vieri, big forward, right?
Yeah.
Italy, 49 games, 23 goals. Not bad. Not bad.
Right.
All right. Del Piero, forward, big forward, 91 games for Italy, 27 goals. Ordinary. The indomitable ponytail, Roberto Baggio. 56 games, 27 goals. All right, that's good. Not bad. Almost 50%. Francesco Totti, the great Totti. Totti, 58 games, 9 goals. 9 goals for Italy. Del Vecchio, Marco Del Vecchio. Remember Del Vecchio? Not so much.
I don't know that person.
Forward anyway. Anyway, I'm scoring at the Euro 2000 final. So 22 games for Italy, 4 goals. Luca Toni, 47 games, 16 goals. Italy was always a team that win one love. Italy never was not a team that was going to outscore them opponents. Italy was always a one love or 2 love at best team. So the forwards could have gotten away with not scoring goals. These forwards cannot get away with that. So they were never a team that were getting big goals, regardless of the big name strikers that they had.
Facts. But I saw Elton just pointed out that the quality of the league has fallen because even when you see a man like Tomori never set the real light at Chelsea. Yeah, he was good in championship because I watch him a lot down there. But Tomori is one of the biggest things when it comes down to defending over Italy right now. While you look at Juventus, for example, you know that Juventus over the years, you normally expect them with a good backline and all of that. Now you see Maguire 2.0 in Mattis De Ligt, who is not an Italian in their backline. You see them bring up youth like Caldara and all these guys, and they're just not it when it comes down to the talent. So I agree that
maybe Southgate is onto something when we leave out Tomori.
possibly, yeah.
Maybe you're seeing something that we're not seeing as fans.
And here Shakes agreeing what you said, Marian, that Italy was built on defense, so the forwards never did much defense. However, they were good or very good to great at club level.
If people look back at Italy 2000, Euro 2000 run to the finals, I doubt Italy scored 6 goals the entire tournament. And they went to the finals and almost won.
And case in point for what Shakes just mentioned as well. We look at a man like Francesco Totti. Ryan just said what 50 odd games and just 9 goals.
9 goals.
That's far. But when you check his stats for Roma, that man's like a god over there when it comes down to that. So you're onto something there. But we're going to move on from Italy's failure to another man that saying that he wants the fans to get nagging to the North Macedonians come tomorrow. Because you know that we want to see him have a final dance. If it was Lionel Messi last time, we'd want to see him there. So, talking about Cristiano Ronaldo, I'm going to start with the man that is a fan of him, and that is Devin. So, Christy versus North Macedonia. giant killing at Macedonia. And I mean, I saw him welcome back. Pepe said the king is back. So, what you have to say about this one?
All right. So I was watching part of this guy named Gabby. I don't remember any name, but I know him. He's on ESPN. He has a little podcast, and he was saying all this talk about North Macedonia sitting back and playing and waiting for the counter and taking, some set plays, all of that, and they having good defense. The only way he went through a lot of stuff. And he said the only way, and that's the only thing I'll take from what he said. The only way North Macedonia win is unless Portugal beat themselves. Yeah. So with that being said, he said that Portugal has to beat themselves. So I'm looking at this thing and saying, no, all right, I've seen the game playing because you know what they're going to do. I think it was Kems was saying, using someone, I think it was with Manchester United, and like you're saying, all right, you know what they're going to do. They're going to sit back. They're just going to wait for the counter. So what you have to have now, someone who can dribble the ball, you know what I mean, man can make some precise pass, like a ball carrier, like Kems was saying in the game against Manu. I don't remember what it was, but so you need a ball carrier. I never have a ball carrier. So like same with that now, you as a coach, you have to prepare now. So that's the only way they're going to play. How you going to break down that? And I think they have enough. As much as people talk about Bruno and all of that, like, we're going to do a relative comparison. We're not going to compare we're not going to talk based on the quality of other team. Relative comparison. Like, everything in life is relative. You know what I mean? There's that much quality in them, not most of them compared to Bruno. As much as we say Bruno may make mistake and he may dash your ball. They don't have the quality compared to this team. So definitely the goat will be there to make sure things go well. You know what I mean? You may not score, even if but the goat will be at the World Cup. Don't worry about it. The goat will be at the World Cup.
All right.
I say he better be there because he better be there because listen, it doesn't get much worse than a chance to go to the World Cup and you lose to North Macedonia. It doesn't get much worse than that. And I know his sensationalists will come and say, "Oh, 37 years old," and
No, we're now, yeah.
no. You have a
The
person in the
excuse, the
comment
excuse
section.
about the ball crossed the line against Serbia, and if they had gotten that goal, they would have qualified automatically. Yes, that's true. However, at this stage of the game,
Mhm.
that excuse dead
Yeah,
because
it is what it is. You have
you
to give
have
North
no right.
Macedonia.
You have no right to lose to North Macedonia.
No right at all.
So
No right.
that excuse can't use right now. If it was Italy and you drop out, then maybe you could have pulled that excuse.
Okay, carry on.
Yeah, so a lot of persons are saying, CR7 will be in Qatar. But let me tell you, it's one thing I love about sports. The day of reckoning will always come. Everything we were talking about prediction, so it will always come to reality, so then we can talk about it. But listen, I believe North Macedonia, right? So I believe Portugal are going to win, but I'm not against the vibes if they lose. I would love the vibes if they lose because listen, North Macedonia, I don't think they're going into this match. I don't think they're fearful. I don't think they're saying, "Oh, Portugal is a better team,"
Nah.
or "We now have a chance." I believe they have just as much as a chance to qualify, just like Portugal. And when you have a belief like that, let me tell you, Devin, the ball round, any card can play.
True,
The
because
man them just went there is a one-off,
if you knock out
anything goes.
Italy, we
Yeah,
have afraid of Portugal
It's
for
a
you knock out
one-off,
Italy.
anything goes,
anything can.
And you have to also realize that Portugal normally don't do very well when they are the favorites because their coach is a defensive coach and him set them up to play on the back foot. So when now you have to play on the front foot as a favorite,
Yeah.
you might don't even know what to do.
And listen,
So let us see what happens tomorrow.
in that Turkey game, I know eventually the game ended 3-1, but with no context. If Turkey had scored that penalty in
Brother
that
Yilmaz is
and
in
it
a
went
beast.
2-1, because now when you're 2-1 down,
Momentum.
you have to try attack. So then Portugal gets another one for 3-1. But should
Yeah.
it have went 2-1,
From the
that's when
penalty.
arms get sweaty and butts get tight.
Yes,
And
true.
hey, you don't know what's going to happen. So I believe North Macedonia, watching the tape, looking how Turkey play, I believe they believe, I think we
When you
can
realize
Mhm.
Portugal faded in the Turkey game, when they went
Yeah,
4, faded,
of
they
course.
tired out.
Of course. And again, I'm telling from now, the Michels of the world, the Sheikhs of the world, two things. I don't want, should Ronaldo lose, I don't want to hear, oh, he's 37, oh, the other team must step up. No. When I tell me, say he's the GOAT, I want a GOAT-like performance tomorrow.
Michelle, I actually want Ronaldo at the World Cup. I'm just pointing out that there is no excuse for him to not make the World Cup because of the opponent that he gets. You have to turn up. He has to turn up tomorrow.
Yep.
Have to.
Him can't bust a Champions League. Him can't bust a United versus Atletico. Cannot. That cannot happen. Should he do a performance like that? 0 shots on goal?
Because let us be fair. What did he do in that game against Turkey?
I'm not even going to beat Ronaldo alone and not. Bernardo Silva, who big baller from Man City, need to turn up.
He's not a GOAT though.
No, I'm saying him better than everybody in a Macedonia team.
Absolutely.
And we hear the Bernardo is one of the best midfielders this season for City. And one of the best midfielders in Europe.
Absolutely.
So when you get them accolades there, you need to turn up.
But he's not a GOAT though. At the end of the day, he's not the GOAT.
Doesn't matter.
Listen.
The team need to turn up.
Listen,
the big ball of them
Ryan,
need to turn up.
Portugal lose, nobody looking at Bernardo Silva. Probably only you. Nobody else looking at Bernardo Silva. It's going one direction. And funny enough, Portugal got through, it is going one direction. One person gets praise. So I have no problem if when they lose, one person get the blame. So I'm saying, and I think
that's fair enough.
I see him come out with a statement, and I never really fact check it to see if it's true or false. But for my sake, I don't believe it's true. Right? He came out and he said there is no World Cup without Portugal. When they make big statements like that, fact check that for me, please, Mr. Producer. But when they make big statements like that,
Portugal has been at the World Cup.
I think I saw it on the ESPN and the ESPN site.
There was like 12 World Cups without Portugal.
So can repeat the statement?
I'm paraphrasing. I don't remember exactly, but initially he was saying that there's no World Cup without Portugal.
There's no World Cup without Portugal.
Yeah.
Didn't Portugal go only like 4 World Cup before Ronaldo came on the scene?
I believe so.
It was only 4 World Cups I think they went in their history before Ronaldo.
Portugal has only had 7 World Cups.
There you have it.
Exactly.
Portugal has only ever been to
7 World Cups.
And here's Sheikhs who is a CR7 fan saying that Portugal has missed many World Cups.
Well, again, can't miss this one. Because this is the quote unquote GOAT last one. So cannot miss this one. Whatever it takes.
So what a way you're jumping off a Jota. Why you don't do it when he's playing for Liverpool as well? Eh? But what I'll say is that Portugal don't underestimate North Macedonia. I remember when they beat my side, people came out and they yap that Germany cannot beat North Macedonia. North Macedonia turn up and they beat Italy. Portugal sleep on them as you may. Jota come tomorrow and miss as much goal as you want. And also CR7 don't turn up and let's see what will happen.
Because they have to beat North Macedonia tomorrow.
Are you going to repay them the money? You're going to reimburse them?
Because North Macedonia.
But prediction. Let us give a scoreline. Devin, your scoreline prediction.
3-0.
3-0. They definitely have some real drugs. Listen.
Just need to take a risky bet.
Listen.
I'm going 2-0 Portugal.
For my objective bet, I'm going 1-0 Portugal. But for my vibes bet, I'm going 1-0 Macedonia. And a hot one too. One of the hot ones that Italy get. In the
90th minute.
It would have been nice, Levon, if 90th minute, Christie get a one-on-one, miss. Macedonia go down the next end, score. Referee blow off the game. That would have been football for me. Be the ultimate.
Your man a wish, man.
No, me not wish. You
I
know,
wish him a wish,
sometimes you
yeah?
want some entertainment.
That's
You want
I
some.
wish him a wish.
It's an
So,
entertainment.
so
Where must boy
producer,
Ronaldo and Messi at the last World Cup, you know?
producer, Elton is in the comment section and say, "You're the pastor that tell people to gamble." What kind of style that? But all I'll say is that personally, it doesn't matter to me who win the game tomorrow. I don't care. You know why? Germany is at the World Cup. I don't care about anybody else.
My team already booked the ticket in the World Cup. Chilling. Long time.
Fact.
Rather play friendly.
Yeah, we all play friendly.
But I need Portugal there for one reason though. See those Brazilian teams, they don't tend to do well against European teams, you know. So the more European teams there with strength, the better the chances are for them to knock out Brazil early. So yeah, I need them to be there.
So you want
But
you want the colonizers knock out Brazil?
I'll add that to man. But the next game that we're going to look at is Sweden against Poland, and one thing I can tell you that Sweden is not going to score more than one goal. So that is out of the equation totally already. But let's start with Kings this time. When I look at this thing, you know that once you win this game, you're directly into the World Cup. So personally for me, I want to see Lewandowski at the World Cup. I mean, Sweden have two United players, and I'd love for them to do a thing, but I just want to see Lewandowski there. What say you?
Nah, I don't. The World Cup Lewandowski is not the Lewandowski I was see for Bayern. I'm okay not seeing Lewandowski at the World Cup. I've seen him in the Euros, totally disappointing. I'm okay not seeing him.
Just time in the World Cup tour and then disappointed 28.
Yep, yeah, but you know, I'm just talk about the most recent one I'm seeing in the Euros, very disappointing. And when you can tell me about not getting service, so because you're not getting that quality service where you normally get in Bayern and you know those other teams, listen. I don't want to see Poland at the World Cup. I prefer to see Sweden. I think Sweden did well in their last competition, even though they never win it. But they have very inspired football. I don't like see Lindelof though, but hey, sometimes you have to take the good with the bad. I think Sweden will win this game. Again, I'm looking at Poland, and there's nothing about Poland that strikes me that I can put my finger on and say, hey, you know, Poland can give me an upset right here. You know, Lewandowski probably can try, but again, I don't get the same Lewandowski. You know, like how they say, yesterday's price is not today's price. That is what we get with Lewandowski. When he's in Bayern, you know, the price is of Poland, you know, you get a discount. It's Bashko. So I'm looking right now, and I'm going with a Swedish win. I'm going with a 2-0 Swedish win.
All right, David.
All right, so it was yesterday I was looking to see a long time I buy some football game. I was looking to buy the game. So I was looking at the head-to-head 11. You know, just looking at the head-to-head and look at the form and whatever. But what struck me more, I kind of totally disregard the form that both teams were playing. I look at it, I was more focused on the head-to-head. The last time Poland beat Sweden was 1974. That's what I found.
Wow.
It was a 1-0. After that, I think they played 5 times, and all of it was 5 times. Wasn't even a draw. Sweden beat them. So I just say, you know what? Well, I think that history that going to rewrite itself, you know, from 19. I just say I'm going with that trend to say Sweden will win. You know? So I'll give them like a 2-1 victory.
Quickly,
them
Ryan.
scoring 2 goals first, and then Poland getting 1 late.
Any one of you guys can check it, but where will the game be played?
Not exactly sure. Check out me now. But that aside,
I see Poland first. I don't know if that means Poland will be home. I see. Oh wait, venue is SILESIAN Slasian Stadium. We can check where that is.
Poland.
Poland.
Yeah, Poland.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I always talk about football heritage and teams with history, how they tend to come up on the day. And Sweden are versed at playoffs. They normally go the playoff route, and more times than not, they qualify. They did it against Italy 2018. They faced Italy in the playoffs, and then knocked out Italy in 2018.
Yep.
There were a few other times that they went through the
I
playoff
don't
route
think
and
we went to the quarters then.
mm, um, and Sweden tends to perform in tournaments. They normally come out of them groups. Last World Cup, they went to the quarters, as Levan just pointed out. So Sweden is a team I don't put anything past, especially when it comes to one-off games and in tournaments. Um, so that said, I will go Sweden. Matter of fact, I'm going Sweden in extra time 2-1.
But all right, I hear what all of you have to say, but I want all three of you to answer. Don't you guys think that Poland might have that little motivation with what is ongoing in Ukraine?
I don't even sure that affect them.
Hmm.
I
Okay.
just don't. I just don't think Poland have the World Cup
Poland.
credentials. Poland, you see Sweden now. Poland is a team with a show candidate. Sweden, you know them style. Them going to come out dogged, and them going to make it hard for you, and then them going to score. By the way, did these two teams meet in the Euros?
Yeah. I win 3-2.
Yeah.
And Sweden beat
Sweden.
Poland, right?
Yeah, Sweden
Sweden
beat them 3-2.
3-2. Yeah. I remember the game, kind of away. Yeah, so I
Poland.
don't put it past Sweden to be dogged and make it hard for Poland, and then just catch them on the break.
Okay. Just going to switch across continent and cross over to Africa, where Nigeria against Ghana. If that game is tied at 0-0, second leg tomorrow. You know that is winner takes all. So even if this game end 1-0, Ghana will go through because they would have a away goal, because away goals still exist in those places. So Ryan, I'm going to start with you this time.
Well,
Nigeria.
I was watching the preview for the Nigeria Ghana game, and they are saying if Nigeria does not make it to the World Cup, there's going to be a lot of upheaval in Nigeria because of the fact that their football elections coming up soon. They feel that the Afghans and they fire the coach, put in a new coach because they have to go to the World Cup. The amount of money invested. I hear this match might cost $12 million or something like that. So they're
Wow.
spending money. Nigeria is spending some money because they said they have to go. And if they don't go, their version of JFF going to turn upside down. People going to lose them job when election time come and all kind of something. So they are investing heavily for them to go. And Nigeria have the better players, so they have to make it. There is no, as Kim would say, no excuse. That is where the Nigerian people are right now with them going to the World Cup. And well, let us be frank, the Nigeria team on paper is way better than Ghana, so they have no reason to not make it.
Scoreline prediction.
I'm going 2-0 Nigeria.
Kems.
Nigeria to win 1-0.
Let's say your favorite player, Mr. Ademola, to turn up with the winner.
Boy. It's 1-0, you know, that going nervy.
I think it's our own goal of a score, to be honest with you. That me I go put my money on put our own goal there, brother. I think one of them thing. The game I gonna be very cagey. I'm just think one mistake and then get a dream of.
Talking about that, you know that I think 5 games played last week, and I think there were 3 own goals.
See,
and if you guys haven't seen it, you guys need to watch over. That is the one that I was going to go to. That if you guys haven't seen it, watch over the own goal that Mali scored. But Devin, your scoreline for this one.
I got my favorite scoreline, 2-1.
All right, 2-1 in favor of Nigeria.
Nigeria is a more farm side, huh? So
all right. And currently we have Morocco against Dr Congo. That one instead at 1-0. Just one scoreline prediction because as it stands, Morocco is going through because they have a away goal. So Devin, scoreline.
I'm going with a 1-0 for Morocco. Morocco at home to score 1, and that's it.
Kems.
2-1.
Ryan.
All of us going with 1 goals in terms of the margin. So I'm going 1-0 Morocco.
All right, and I'm just going to get this one out of the way before we discuss the other one. So Algeria currently leading Cameroon 1-0. Ryan,
Where's that match?
Algeria.
Algeria.
Algeria. 1-0.
And
Algeria.
Kems.
my return to say Algeria after that disappointing Afghan going to
Yeah.
come and so 2-0.
And Devin.
Well, I'm going with Cameroon. I'm just going for the upset for Cameroon to win. 2-0.
Would that be upset though?
I don't know. I just think because they, well, why I say because they have a 1-0 aggregate lead Algeria, right?
Yeah.
So yeah. Well, let me not say upset. Then I'm just going for Cameroon to win because I want him to go ahead of Algeria.
Okay.
You don't want to see Mahrez at the World Cup?
I want to see Black Eye with them at the World Cup. This is no football thing. When Mr. Cameroon, can identify with the Cameroonian.
You know, in North Africa.
No.
All right, boys.
The only reason I want to see Egypt are because, you know,
Brother, is this the same reason why when we reach a match, we talk about it? Is this the same reason why we want to one side of the World Cup?
No.
All right. So I'm at the game now. So Senegal against Egypt. Egypt is currently leading 1-0 in aggregate. Now, Kems, I'm gonna start with you with this one because last time out, you know that Mane got the better of Salah in the AFCON, but now, as you just mentioned, when it comes down to Italy as well, Italy would have taken the World Cup over that Euros that they won. So Senegal find themselves in a tricky position. So what's this one going?
I still think Senegal is going to win because I just think that they're the better team. I think obviously with Egypt they have more more doing this thing, but I think Senegal they have money, but I think they have a team, so I think the team for Senegal is better than Egypt. So I'm going with Senegal 2-0.
All right, Ryan.
Senegal 1-0, and this one goes all the way to penalties. I want Senegal to win, but I kinda feel Egypt might. We just have the feelings that Egypt going to take a revenge.
Okay. Devin. So yes, Michelle saying that I want Senegal to win, break the trend of the winner of African Cup not going to the World Cup. What say you?
1-1. I'll go with a 1-1. And then
Yes, Egypt will make it.
yes, man.
All right, say no more. Now,
You want to the black man?
Yeah. In everything you make an exception.
You know the Tunisia man.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys want to talk about that. So Mali against Tunisia. As it's standing, you know that Tunisia is currently leading. So, Devin.
Which one of them have the blacker one? Them? Mali, definitely. Yeah, but honestly, like with this game, Tunisia at home, so even though what I want, I think they're gonna win 1-0 again. I just think they're gonna win 1-0 because they're at home now. And wait, their away goal is still it goes for them with this?
Yeah.
And they have their away goal already, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I see them going to 1-0 at home. I see them win 1-0 at home, Tunisia.
Okay. Ryan.
Right, like this woman to be at the World Cup, but rough. Tunisia always find a way to turn up at the World Cup and lose 3 games. So I'm going Tunisia. And I'm going 1-0, by the way. Tunisia will advance.
Games. Muted.
2-1 Tunisia.
All right. And our final topic tonight in regards to football, we're going to talk about CONCACAF. So we know that Canada has qualified after 36 years, and you have to give big props to them, especially the coach, John Erdman. He's the first coach to actually qualify a female team and a male team to a World Cup. And the job that he's doing down there, you have to just look at it and just admire it. Now, Kims, I want to start with you. You can elaborate on it if you want.
About what, Canada?
Yeah, because as the thing about them is that you notice that even man like Drake and all those guys are deeply invested into the program that is going on right there. So you can speak on it.
Listen, I'll give, I think right now with Paul Hall, I see a lot of persons say for Jamaica, for make the comparison, I think a lot of persons are saying that, they see the football getting a little better. To be honest with you, I never really watch, the Jamaica matches because see if I look at yeah, man, can't bother watch. So, but based on what person saying, I saw a little bit of the highlights, it looked like they're turning the corner. So listen, when you have a man like Paul Hall in charge, I believe he'll get a lot more support than Whitmore got. That's just what I believe. And we can say, oh, I just believe we're kind of quote unquote frightened over overseas coaches. Right? So you have Paul Hall, Englishman, when him come and him start put on him speaky spokey and him go on him way and so people other than a Whitmore, well, kind of a little bit rough around the edges. So I think he can get, but I think we need a wholesome turn because there is no way, and we can look and we can say, Canada have quote unquote better players. I think it can be arguable, but I just think from a coaching perspective, from a buying perspective, from a discipline perspective, from a knowing what we want and go for it perspective, I think Canada is better in all those areas than a Jamaica. I don't, and again, I don't have the scope on Canada team, so I'm just outside looking in. But when I look at Canada, for example, on the ball name, play for Bayern again, we're out now.
Alfonso Davies.
Yeah. When he's out and somebody take his place, obviously he's no Alfonso, but the team still have that drill. The team still has
Yep.
that shape. Jamaica, when a man missing, boy, no, it's a speeding in the middle, Boy, Antonio, they are strike. Like, them thing. It's just so obvious. So when I'm looking at it now, I'm sorry, I'm saying that, I think Jamaica needs to, and I think they have a lot of time until the next World Cup. So, based on what Paul Hall is saying, he wants persons who only want to play for Jamaica, don't want any excuses, no bogus excuses out there. Even though they don't qualify, still come out and show, say, you love the country, you love the program. So, hey, I'm waiting to see what Jamaica can do, but Canada really, they only lost one game. They only lost one game so far, and their way to qualification. So, as you said, Drake and all those persons are invested. Who is invested in Jamaica? Can we say who is a big shot who is invested in Jamaica? Or we can say that person is invested.
Ryan Lawson.
Yeah, Ryan Larson, for sure. Like so, just the difference, and we can say, all right, this is our country versus this is our country. But again, I think it starts from the top, right? So I think it starts from
Yeah.
JFF. I think, whatever plan that they have, you start from this and then it trickle down. You go down to Paul Hall, what are you going to implement in the Jamaica team? What are the players that you're going to bring in? Are the local players going to get some opportunity to show what they can do? All right, if you're going to bring in overseas players, what is the conditions going to be for the overseas players? Can they determine when they want to come? I only want to come this time, that time. Or I only can play this game, that game. But then are the overseas players going to get more leniency than the local players? If the local players don't want to play a certain game, are they now removed from the team because so I think all those are the politics within the team. I think all of that need to change, and I think we need to have a serious goal about what we want to do, and don't set them big goal. Yeah, man, we have a World Cup for sure. No, make us start small because we're not really good. So make us start small. Okay, we want to go here, so the World Cup. All right, then we want to see some
Ravel
improvement.
Martin spoke on that.
Huh?
Ravel Martin spoke on that. He said that their next target should be the Gold Cup. So Gold Cup is the focus right
Yeah.
now. They're not looking forward to no World Cup or anything like that.
Exactly.
Gold Cup
Yep.
is where it's
That's
at.
what it should be. And even if you don't win like everything, I guess, you guys love trophies and so, but for me, it doesn't have to be about winning it. But let us see the football playing in the right direction. All right. As your Mr. Press Conference always say, play controlled football. Once Jamaica control a game. I'm not talking control a game against a like El Salvador or a little no. More you control you play a team like Canada, you can probably lose also, but control the game, have possession. Make the game competitive. That 4-0 whopping they what them get, we can say, oh, the weather over Canada, but you're not always going to play the favorable weather. So after a particular time, they want to cut out that excuse. But I'm willing to give Paul Hall a chance and see what he's going out there to do. I heard that Leon Bailey played his best game, and I know you're going to talk about him pretty soon. But I heard he played his best game for Jamaica, was creating chances. He looked like when he's not playing good for club, he'll come good for country. So hey, probably we'll have to make him continue to stay on Aston Villa bench and see what's going on. But hey, man, line up. I mean, talk to you half here about something still, but yeah, that's all.
But Ryan, I'm going to go to you because Kev just basically killed two topics in one. So
Yeah.
let's put Canada aside. They qualified and all of that. Now we're going to focus on Jamaica run before I get to Devin. So
No, hold on. I kind of want to speak to Canada too.
all right, no problem, man.
And lead into Jamaica at the same time. Canada, they got an English coach and they revamped their program. Jamaica, we now have an English coach. Let us see what we do. Because I was watching a documentary this evening when I came home, and it was a 10-minute documentary. When I finished, I sent it to you. It was basically talking about how Canada was ranked 100 and odd in 2014, and them just basically do a grassroots program. By the way, you know that Canada have way less people than America, and Canada have a million people registered, have a million registered footballers, whereas America only has 600,000. I was surprised when I learned that today, and Canada is more deeply invested in football now than America is. I think football shot gone up to the third biggest sport in Canada or something like that. And the women are just as invested in it as the men are. I was surprised when I heard those numbers today.
I mean for coach Ryan, but you see, I think for Canada, and you know, correct me if I'm wrong, I think Canada actually wants to play football. I think for America, it's more a commercial, it's more a business, it's more a transaction.
America. That's just America in general.
Yeah.
But Canada, they have also went on a program to get players from varying countries, because the guy that was at Chelsea, the striker, Ukbo, or whatever his name was, yeah, he's English, London born and bred. They got a guy from St. Vincent. They have a few Jamaicans in the team. So they're trying to stop loose footballers like how they used to lose Hargreaves. They lost Tamori. To be honest with you, I wish Tamori could still play.
This right here that Elton says is one of the biggest points that you can probably draw from.
Yeah,
this is what is a lot.
That's what I'm leading into, by the way. That's what I was basically outlining. And they have also have, even with that, they're bringing in players from Caribbean and England and countries that they have roots with Canada. They fully reached out there, because the coach, I heard that he had called up 60 odd players during his reign, and basically used that to filter the players that coming in. So like man like Jonathan Davis, them coming as a young player, Alfonso coming as a teenager.
That David has been playing for the senior team from he was about 17 plus, and he's now at 22.
And he is now the high scorer at 22 for Canada.
Correct.
So that goes to show. So yeah, man, when I was watching the documentary, it was very intriguing how they went about revamping their grassroots program, identifying the players that they want. I mean, we like to cuss in Jamaica, say, oh, we are bringing English players. It's not bad. But you have to have a system. Canada identified that system, and they brought in players to match that system. So you can't just be bringing in players for bringing in players' sake. You have to bring them into match a system, like what Renaissance did. So we kind of had the blueprint, and we throw it away, and Canada go into the garbage pan, see it, and start use it.
But Devin, I want to touch on Canada quickly.
No, quickly with Canada. All right, just like I was telling you, there was this article on ESPN Plus. Sorry, baby. ESPN Plus. Where it touched on the immigration thing, but unlike what Ryan was saying, well, correct me if I'm wrong, Ryan. Like they were trying to recruit like footballers. It's not that what I get from the article. It's like they're saying their immigration policy overall it has always been where you could file for yourself, but in recent times, some of the things that it's more relaxing because of some population and their something to resort and whatever. It's just like overall, it's easier to get to Canada. But one of the reasons why a lot more people is not there too is because of the weather. Because I could say, like, from personally, like I have a sister, they get you to go, but like or medical condition, she can't manage a cold. She just can't manage a cold, so they decide not to go. So overall, the more people get to come in, and then you have talent with it. It's not like for cricket, some countries definitely like some of the Australia, like the Australians, they go look for certain, if they want a spinner, certain type of spinner, they go, they recruit certain type of player. But like generally, the immigration policy overall kind of help because it's just more relaxing to go there. And with that, you will get people with different talents going there. You'll get people from different talents. And just to put something into context, like the last time they made it to the World Cup level, and I'm so happy for them, it was '86, right? And there's this thing about Jamaica and we making to the World Cup. But when they went there, they lost all 3 matches and they didn't even score a goal. So we make it to 98 World Cup in France, and we actually were fortunate to be victorious over Japan, and we go. So we still have to cherish those memories. But looking for Canada, I just wanted to just do better than what they did at the last World Cup, coming to the next World Cup just to do better. And like what either Kems or Ryan said, they get an English coach, or I think it was Ryan, and they revamp. So we're looking to see what, just leading to Jamaica, what Paul Hall is going to do different from what Whitmore was doing. So just like people always say, like, oh, we don't see a philosophy. We don't see a this with Whitmore. All right, so we're looking to see what he's going to do. Even if it may lead up to losing, if you're sticking to a philosophy that everybody in the footballing world, or we with our knowledge of football, say, okay, that's the right way to go, and you lose a couple of games, eventually, if you stick to it and with the right players, it will get better. It will definitely get better. So we're just looking to see that for Jamaica football.
Facts. No, Brian,
I remember when Bora came here and he was doing something similar to that. He was going around identifying young players, and we were losing games left, right, and center and plummeting down the ranking. But he basically had a philosophy that he was using, and then Burrell won back and fire Bora, and we had to start all over again.
all right. So no, Ryan, when you look at it, statement. Well, Leon Bailey said it in a post-match interview that the team did well in that game that they played against. What did they play against again, man?
El Salvador.
El Salvador, yeah, that they lost. No. So we'll look at it now, and if we're being honest, they did play well to an extent. Bailey especially created a lot of opportunities and all of that, and you saw that the system was changed. It was a 3 at the back, 2 wing backs, and Bailey basically play a free roam sort of role. So he came out after the game and he said that a lot of the egos are out of the team, a lot of the big egos. And I watch a few other shows that they're saying that there were gang of 10 or gang of 12 in the Jamaican setup. So I don't really want to call anybody name because of lawsuit and them foolishness there. So I'll just give an hint. One of the players, the one that moved over to France. One of them is the DJ that came back from out of retirement. One that is still there is the goalkeeper. And next one that is still there is a man that is a walking red card, coupled with the obvious one that was playing right back and the one that was playing left back. They said that those players were part of the gang, and they said that if you violate one, all of them is just stick together. So once you violate one, everyone get violated.
Is that unique in football?
Go again?
Is that unique in football?
Go
It's
again.
really not unique.
If it's unique in football, it's not.
I'm just saying it's not. It's really not unique.
But what I'm saying though, Ryan, when you look at it, I heard that Maggie made a statement, right? When Maggie said that Tapa Whitmore is the worst coach that has ever coached him. Not even the schoolboy coached him the worst as Tapa.
But Coley better than Tapa, I think.
Yes, so he made that statement and he made it amongst the players. And somebody right there bring it back right back to Tapa. So if you realize that, remember the game that Maggie played that he set up, that he played a part in the goal that was scored. I don't remember which game it actually was, but he did play good in that.
I think that was the Costa Rica 1-1 game, yeah.
I think that was the game. You notice that after that you never saw Maggie again. Reason why I never saw him
was that, when players come to a system together, because them names there that you did not call, they came up, they basically grew up together. They know each other from when. So you kind of going to have cliques that kind of way. And I remember the England golden generation of the past. They said the same thing that they were cliquish. So and then I'm sure if you go through other teams, you will find cliques. So it's on the coach now to ensure that you don't have that environment permeating throughout the team. But it's a natural thing to happen. But it's for the coach now to ensure that it does not become toxic. And it seems as if it did become toxic.
But here where it has reached, because as I said, I heard a lot of guys talking about it. And I said that all of these players that you don't see back in the team, don't expect to see them back. Like as I mentioned, the left back, the right back, and those guys don't expect to see them back again, based on where Paul Hall is trying to go with the team. Because he himself spoke about it, that if you realize that the players that played in the game and across these fixtures, they were committed, and everybody that came out, they were committed to the thing. So he's saying that, yeah, he's going to stick by all these guys, and he's trying to build a core going forward. So I just hope that he has a system and a philosophy, as you guys have mentioned before.
So any of the English players are a part of it?
No, man, the English players are good, man.
Listen, so
They never contain again.
this will always be my issue with Leon Bailey. Again, I believe that let Paul Hall talk about those things. I don't want to hear that from my player. You call me old school, call me grumpy, call me whatever you want to call me, but I believe as a player, especially as a senior player or somebody who's seen as one of the best players in the squad, that is not something that I want to hear from you. Let the coach talk about that. No, let us not now let us not make the headline be, hey, what Leon Bailey say, Leon Bailey. I don't like that. Don't always, you see, I'm tell you now, Leon Bailey stay already. Between him and him pops, hey, look at me. I have something important to say. All attention on me, all eyes on me. I don't like those kind of people. Just be able to take down the temperature a little bit. Take it down. Hey guys, we played a good game. Everybody who is here contributed. We didn't make it to the World Cup. We're absolutely disappointed, but we are dedicated to make our Jamaican fans proud. That's all I want to hear from my best player. The coach can say anything when I want to say. My best player or one of my best players, I don't want to hear none of that. I don't
Let me
want.
ask the question. In that same breath, you had an issue with what Shaw said about Manu versus England?
What he said. I think when you have to ask a United fan, but what did he say? I think he said. What did he say?
Remind me, Levan. I don't quite remember
So that
exactly.
he basically feels more wanted when
He's
he's
more
at
wanted.
international duty versus when he's at United. It's not saying that he doesn't feel wanted there, but he just feels more in an environment when he's.
But what was funny though, you see when he scored when the game finished, I pointed out that the English players from Man U tend to do better with England than Man U. And the following day, he came out and made a statement.
The thing is, all right. So the thing is, Shaw, did I have a problem with it? Absolutely. All right. Guess why? The team haven't been the United again. It's a time and place. It's understanding the room. Certain comments you don't make. Your team is struggling to make top four. You are one of the highest paid players on the team. You have not been on no spanking form. You have been one of the persons on the team who has been one of the crappiest persons on the team as well. So, again, this is not a statement I want to hear from you. I just don't want. Listen, if they come out and make a statement like that, all right, I'll listen to it. But you have been one of the reasons why Manchester United have been absolutely poor. I don't want to hear from Pogba. I say Pogba come out and talk about depression and so. And I'm not making slight at it, but again, I don't like players who say, "Hey, look at me. I need some attention over here. Hey, I know we're not winning, but give me some attention." I don't want.
That's Pogba every international window. Pogba seemed like him have a journalist on call.
Every.
Yeah, like you must say, the depression started with Mourinho. Listen, tell me them thing in the off season. Mourinho gone how long? Tell me those stuff in the off season. And again, I get it. If you're asked a question, give us the politically correct answer. Guys, I'm good. I'm just trying to make top four. We're trying to finish the season strong. But these players, and I guess that's why Manchester United is where they are right now because these players are very selfish, all about themselves. Everybody want the headline, and you know that's just So I do have a problem with what Sean said. Think he must shut him out and play some good football for the club.
Devin, anything to say on the Jamaica team?
No,
Okay.
no.
So I'm just going to go around the room and get to you guys minute about whatever sporting topic that you want to discuss. But first off, congratulations to the West Indies. They won the Apex three-match test series against England and they absolutely dominated the game. Big up to the delusional fellow. He said that West Indies would have won comfortably, and he was indeed correct. But gonna start with you, Devin. You're a minute. Go ahead.
All right, so college basketball I want to talk about. So Saturday is the final for Ryan. I want to take in some of them games then, all right. So Kansas going up against Villanova, Duke going against North Carolina. Kem said in his bracket he had picked Duke from before. Kentucky mash up a lot of people bracket. A lot of people bracket smash up, but his overall winner was Duke. I was riding with Gonzaga from day one. They drop out. So now I'm just going with the whole. I like a story. So I'm going with the whole fact that Coach K is leaving, so I want him to go out with a win. So I'm going with Duke. But looking at besides the whole sensationalism and looking at the whole style of play, I've been watching them. They have a guy who's projected to be in the top 5 in Banchero. And there's the last game that they played, just like all the games were some big guys lost. Like when Auburn lost and Smith was the guy. A guy who was projected in the top 5. Smith, bad game. Same thing with Gonzaga. That guy, even Gary agreed with me, said that he's overrated. Chet Holmgren had a bad game, like 5 from whatever. But this guy in every game, Banchero, man, step up. Crucial game, step up. So him and this guy named Roach in the backcourt gonna be good matchup against North Carolina there's a guy named Caleb there so the backcourt there. For Kansas and Villanova, I don't even know which that one. It's like anybody can win that for me, but I'm really interested more in the Duke or North Carolina because I want Duke to go on and win it all. So that's what I'm looking forward to, and that's what's on my mind for now until Saturday.
Okay, boss. And here's Elton in the comment section asking what are going to Golden State. All I'll say to you, Elton, is click back on the video that was done Saturday, the NBA podcast, and you'll get all the answers there because Kems and the fellow guys addressed all of that. So just go back to the video that happened Saturday and you'll see all that. Kems, your minute.
Yo, what's happening with Golden State, Elton? Golden State is Golden State in. Losing left, right, and center. Now they're about to lose another game. And I guess, Steve Kerr have no other choice but to try and rest the scrubs, Draymond and all them guys. It's a pleasure to see. But listen, LeBron got hurt last night, but there's absolutely no excuse. You're leading by 23 against New Orleans. They have no absolute zero superstars. There's zero excuse why you lose that game. You end up lose that game by 8.
Ingram and McCollum play.
Ingram played. When I know about CJ
didn't play. Okay.
He probably played, but he didn't have a good game.
Okay.
Ingram was the one who took over in the third quarter, right? But listen, a team with LeBron James, and I know he was hurt and couldn't go to the rim and was shooting perimeter shots, but a team with LeBron and
Russ
and all those players, you're up 20. It's like somebody spot you 23 points and then come back and beat you. No, you can't do it. If you're serious, and now the Spurs are about to win, so the Spurs and the Lakers going to tie, and then tomorrow they say LeBron is doubtful, so that's probably an L to Dallas. So Spurs probably going Spurs probably going past them, and Lakers going to be in 11th. So hey, tough times coming. But Devin, some NFL news. The NFL just passed a law that you must hire minority coach as an offensive coach. All 32 teams must, and females included. So that's now they amended the Rooney
Yeah.
rule, added that. You must hire an offensive coach, and it's really sad that in this day and age, in 2022, we still have to put in rules to ensure say black people have a job, qualified black people have a job in 2022. So I do not know where this is going to stop. And a little bit of track and field. I see Alien on a little 400 the other day. And the first 200, she looked good. At least the first 250, she looked good. And then I think, she lost to Rochelle Clayton and, somebody come pass her at the finish line. But, it's nice to see that she's doing some 400s,
I
getting
hear
that.
it was intentional to build strength.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Build strength. In that 200 against Mboma, it won't be nothing easy. It won't be nothing easy like last time. So, World Championships coming up in July. I will be there, folks. I think that is all I. Oh, and remember, people, love make you do crazy, crazy things. Remember, gentlemen, in the comment section, don't let anybody diss your mother, your sister, or your wife. Stand up for your thing and don't be a punk. A lot of persons are saying Will Smith should have go up there and whisper to him, but I bet you if Will Smith had went up there and whispered to him, you same Jamaican people would have said, you done gone up there and whisper to him. Why not just lick him upside the head? But this is how we are as Jamaicans. We'll always find a problem with something because we just want to argue something. So, guys, love will make you do crazy things. Love on your spouse, love your mother, love your sister.
And I'll say to the fellas in the comment section, especially the males, don't be a girl clone. Don't listen to Kims.
You
But
cannot be a
anyways,
girl clone for a wife of 20 years.
I allow you to have a minute and don't interrupt you. Don't interrupt me. Ryan, shoot.
Yeah, congrats to the West Indies. Comfortable win. I doubted them. Especially when we batted first and were 80 or 90 for 6. But we found a way. I like how we batted this series in the sense that we occupy the crease. I don't really like the scoring rate, but I guess it's work in progress. Hopefully they are learning how to occupy the crease, and then afterwards now we can maybe learn how to score runs while being at the crease. We can learn how to do both things at the same time, because both things can be done and should be done at the same time. So
Wow.
hopefully going into the following series, we can start to score at 2.3 or so per over throughout the days. I like also what I hear from Phil Simmons and Desmond Haynes, in the sense that they are putting together a 2-week camp where the players can learn how to work on their weaknesses in terms of sweeping, batting, spin, coming down the track, all of those things. They also need to work on their catching because they're not very good at catching. So I like that they are looking at the weaknesses, because they are identifying that we have 2 white ball tournaments within the next year, which would be later on this year. We have the T20 World Cup, and next year we have the 50 overs World Cup. So they're identifying players who can fill the voids, and they're also working on their weaknesses. And I hear the ones over in IPL will also be working on their weaknesses in the IPL. So I like where the new selector is going, and the coach and so forth, that they are identifying plans now, and they are bringing in legends of the past to assist with where the West Indies team should go in the future. So good luck.
Go ahead, man.
Yeah, so I saw a video with the West Indies women jumping up and down.
Yeah.
So they qualify for the semifinals.
That win the World Cup.
Absolutely embarrassing.
Why?
Absolutely embarrassing.
Are you
Of course.
crazy?
What do you mean? Listen.
Of course.
It's semi, you got to go to the semi of a World Cup.
No,
Absolutely embarrassing.
brother, come on,
What?
come on, Ryan. Come on.
West
Embarrassing,
Indies is expected to win.
I'm not talking about win.
The best you expect West Indies to do is make the semi. And they make the semi, so them celebrate.
No, but no, the way how they
So them
celebrate,
should, so them should
they
qualify for the semi.
celebrated something that was out of their hands, like they win the lotto.
And so what?
Say,
And so what? They wanted to go to the semi and they get there. So what?
Before I watched the video and see the headlines, I thought of some people them win the lotto. Some
Well
people,
done,
and I
well
hug up
done.
each other. And
They're not going to win. They're not going to beat Australia, you know. But
Yeah.
at least them get to go to the semis and them can get percent. Okay, we made a semi.
Nah, listen, control.
I have no issue with that. Well done.
I do. Well, that's why you never talk about it, and I did. I have a big issue with it.
So yes, Crystal saying that it is not embarrassing because the women team
Exactly.
is
That's
poor.
weird. That is weird was for them.
No, I don't.
And they should have beaten.
It's not like they were expected to win, and then it's not like they were expected to. It's not like West Indies is Australia that is expected to win and then scrape through and make the semi and start celebrating.
Ryan, you're not understanding what I'm saying.
I am really not understanding.
Okay, but then if you ever continue to talk when I'm my turn, I don't understand. You get your minute, you don't say nothing about West Indies. You say West Indies, now you jump up.
No, but hold on, you didn't get your minute already, brother?
Yeah, but the host of the show, who is not you, the host of the show, who is not you, will give me the opportunity to talk. Thank you.
Yeah, but you never give me the opportunity to not talk. All I will finish a minute and now we're having a conversation.
Yeah, but all right, talk, boss.
No, we're done.
See it there?
You say what you have to say, and then me. No, you. What else we have left to say? I have to say already. I don't have issue with it, and I said it's not like they're Australia who expect to win and scrape through. They were expected to scrape to go to semis, and they did scrape through to go to semis. So what the issue?
Ryan, you're big for talk. And the man give the talk.
But when
the man talk, you know, jump in.
No, but
this is a comedy.
We don't have
But here's Michelle saying that I kind of agree with Kim's. The celebration was over the top. They scraped through by the skin of their teeth. Notice Taylor was circumspect.
I don't want to say
only composure, man. Bro. Like you win some.
Saw somebody that was in a South Africa shirt. Did you see that part? That was ridiculous, brother. South Africa shirt.
Brother, when they could have easily beaten Pakistan and their place would have been sure.
Yep.
Simple as that. But big up to everybody for tuning in. Thanks to the commenters. We don't appreciate this low turnout on a nightly basis because just like on the main podcast is growing, but we're not appreciative of your effort. We know that you guys can do better. We guys want you to do better. So keep on give us the viewership, man. We're not happy with the viewership that you've been giving us, and also the subscriptions. So keep those coming, keep the comments coming, and let the thing grow because we're giving you quality content. Sometimes without foolishness, sometimes without things that make sense, make good points at times. So you need to appreciate everything that comes with it because that's what's making the package that it is. So big up to all of you, the commenters, all the viewers, all those who don't comment either. Big up on yourself. Thanks to Devin, that, as I said, changed his name to some foolishness tonight. Thanks to Kems, another one that changed his name to foolishness. And big up to the politician, Ryan, who decided that he was going to remain with his government name. Big up yourself, politician. And our producer, Josh Carl, who encouraged people to gamble tonight. Not good from the pastor, but big up everybody. And until next time, stay safe. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Yes.